Thank you for viewing Student Employment's training on how to post a position for GW Federal Work-Study students to apply to in the Student Employment Talent Management System. Posting a position is always the first step in the hiring process. Information on the posting and application will feed into your eventual hire proposal for new and returning student employees. You can also find all of the information from our videos in our user's guide for off-campus federal work-study partners. Once you complete the required training and assessment, you will gain access to the talent management system through a series of emails. First, you will receive an email notifying you of system access, and the off-campus federal work-study hiring manager guide will be attached. Next, you will receive an email asking you to reset your password. The link in this email will be accessible for only 24 hours. Please email us at gwse@gwu.edu if you need a password reset. You can log onto the Student Employment Talent Management System using the URL shown. Once you are on the login page, your username will be the email address you submitted on your training assessment, and your password will be the password you selected during the previous step in the password reset process. From the homepage of the Student Employment Talent Management System, click on Postings in the blue top bar, then select Student Positions from the drop-down menu. In the top right corner of the screen, click on the orange button that says Create a New Posting. A small window will pop up. Select the only option, which is Create from Position Description. On the new page, there will be a list of position titles and types. Select the position title you would like to use to create the posting. Please note there are distinct selections for on-campus federal work-study, non-federal work-study, and off-campus federal work-study options. Always select a position title that ends in off-campus federal work-study. This is very important. If you select the wrong one, there is no way to edit this, so you will have to start over. It is easiest to search this list by position number, which you can look up using the Student Employment Position Description Templates document. This document is also the recommended way to easily review all titles, position descriptions, and approved pay ranges. If you are unsure of which position to select, contact us at gwse@gwu.edu with your position summary, and we will guide you to the correct position title and classification. Clicking on the position title you want to create will take you to a new page called Position Description. On this page, you can review the standard information for the posting. This includes details like standard position description, wage range, and required qualifications. This information is not editable. Once you are sure you have selected the correct position title, including the correct employment type, click Create a Posting from this position description near the top right corner of the page. On the next page titled New Posting under Organizational Unit, you will select Division/School under the Division/School dropdown and your organization's name under Banner Org Code/Department Name. After making these selections, click the orange Create New Posting button at the bottom of the page. On this page, you will provide the specific information to create your posting. Please make sure to answer all required questions and only optional questions that apply to your situation. Under Number of Openings, please estimate the number of students you aim to hire for this position. It is okay if this number changes slightly later. Under Waiver of Posting, you may select Yes from the dropdown only if you have already selected all students who you wish to hire into the position and you do not wish to gather more applicants. This will allow you to keep the posting private as it will not be searchable on the site. This is only allowable if one of the exceptions in the following section is applicable. You should select No if you have not yet identified all of the students you will hire for the position and you would like students to be able to find and apply for the position once the posting is approved. For work hours, please select the times you need this position to work. Standard business hours are defined as Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Exact times may be defined in the position summary. For wage per hour, please review the wage range low, wage range high fields for the standard wage range for this position. The wage you select for the position must fall within the standard range listed. The departmental bio section is not required but highly recommended. Consider using this field to give some information on your organization's purpose and mission, the distance from GW, and/or the program or initiative the student will be working on. Under Position-Specific Summary, provide detailed information on the student's duties and responsibilities on a day-to-day basis. This is the main section students will read to decide whether they would like to apply for that position. It is also what student employment will look at to verify that you have selected an appropriate position title for the duties described. Give enough detail that a student could picture what it would be like to work in this position daily. For professional outcomes, select 2 to 4 professional competencies the student can expect to learn in this position. Under Preferred Qualifications, you can list the skills and qualifications you would prefer students to have before applying for this position. You can be as specific as you need to, but remember to keep it simple wherever possible. The job open date and job close date are the first and last dates you would like the position to be available for students to apply. We recommend keeping the posting open for 2 weeks to a month, depending on how many students you intend to hire. Student employment will close positions when they reach the maximum allowed number of applicants, even if it is before the date requested. We cap applicant pools at 30 applicants for one opening and add an additional 10 applicants for each additional opening. So, if you have 2 openings, we will close the posting after you receive 40 applications. Under Campus Location, select Off-Campus Federal Work-Study Partner. For the question, is this grant or research funded? This question is referring to specific grants at GW and research funding, so select no. Under Timekeeping Organization Number, enter 513103. If this position involves research, what % of the position is dedicated to doing research activities? Research activities may include planning and carrying out experiments and investigations, recording and analyzing data, conducting fieldwork, and presenting and writing up results. Next, please select your work type destination, remote, in-person, or hybrid. The Special Instruction Summary can be used to provide additional details for documents that will be required in a future section. For example, if you plan to require a writing sample, specify the subject or type of writing you want to see. You will indicate what documents, such as resume, cover letter, schedule, etc., will be required in a future section, so please do not write them in now. Under Report to Managers sections, please list the staff member from your organization who will supervise the position. The supervisor must be a staff member who will be working directly with the student and have a supervisory role. Provide all direct contact information for the supervisor in the fields provided. For the Report to Manager GWID, please type NA. Add your information under the Hiring Manager fields. If you have multiple individuals at your organization with access to the talent management system, you can add more than one individual in the Hiring Manager name section. For the background check option, only select Off-Campus Federal Work-Study Partner Organization. May or may not require a background check through external organization. Even if the student will fulfill some of the duties listed in the other options, please only check the last box as directed. Your organization is welcome to put students through whatever background check process you require. Then click Next, and you'll be taken to the Labor Distribution section. For this section, please do not edit the fields. Labor distributions for off-campus positions automatically fill in the correct information. Simply click Next to proceed to supplemental questions. Supplemental questions on postings are a powerful tool to help ensure you receive applications matching the skills and qualifications you seek in a new team member. We have dozens of prepared questions that can be used and are sorted by category. Please contact us at gwse@gwu.edu with any questions about how to best use supplemental questions or if you would like a new question added. For federal work-study positions, we do require one federal work-study supplemental question. Click Add Question and select the question. Do you have a federal work-study award for the current school year? All federal work-study positions will require the applicant to upload their federal work-study program student statement. Select the box beside the question and hit Submit. Once the question is added, you can click it and you will see an option to make certain answers disqualifying. Check the box to make No a disqualifying answer. This will ensure that you only get federal work-study student applicants. Any non-federal work-study students who apply will be notified that they don't qualify and will not show up in your applicant pool. Click the box under Required beside the question to make it required for all applicants to answer. When you are done, click Next to go to the Documents Needed to Apply section. Please check which documents are required or optional for the student's application. Please note that the default setting is Not Used, so make sure anything you would like the student to submit has been updated to optional or required. All federal work-study positions must require the federal work-study program student statement to ensure the applicant has a federal work-study award. Select Save and Continue to move to the Guest User section. If there are additional people that you would like to review applications, you can add those people as guest users. These people will receive an email with guest user account information and will be able to see applications within the system. You can think of guest users as having view-only access, as they cannot update applicant statuses or create hiring proposals. To add guest users, click Create Guest User Account. This will take you to a page where the username and password have been generated for you. The username cannot be changed, but if you would like a password that is easier to remember, you can enter it in the field provided and click Update Password. Then, in the box provided, list the email addresses of each person you would like to receive this guest user login information. Enter them as a list, writing one email address per line. When you are done, select Update Guest User Recipient List, then click Next. Select Save and Continue twice to bypass internal documents and move to the Summary page. On the Summary page, review all the details you have entered for your posting before submitting it for approval by Student Employment. If you are ready to submit your posting, go to the orange Take Action on Posting and select Approve, Move to Student Employment. This will send your posting to Student Employment for review. You will receive a notification email soon regarding whether or not your posting was approved or if changes need to be made. You can see a history of the actions taken on this posting and review the most recent comments by clicking the History tab on the posting page. How to review applicants and disposition. To review applications, go to the Talent Management System Posting section, select the posting you would like to review, and all the applications and application materials will be listed on the Applicant tab of the posting. As you review applications, please disposition them so students know if they should continue their job search. We request that all of the students be reviewed and dispositioned or moved to interview status within 2 weeks of the posting closing. Please review your hiring manager guide for specific instructions on dispositioning candidates and which dispositions will automatically notify students. Interview tips. You will determine which candidates you would like to interview and communicate directly with them to set up times for the interview. We do have resources available on our website that include prohibited questions and suggested interview questions. After you have completed the interview process, your next step would be to disposition any remaining applicants and start the hiring process described in the hiring and onboarding training video. We will see you there. Thanks for watching.